Hello and welcome back, grade 2 students. I hope you guys are enjoying my science videos. Today we're going to continue with Unit 5, Changes to Earth's Surface. Lesson 2, What Changes on Earth Happen Quickly, Part 4. For today we're going to cover the following points. Lesson 2, What Changes on Earth Happen Quickly. Explore, explain, hurricanes, page 253 to 154. Let's open to page 253, Hurricanes. So previously we studied about earthquakes, volcanoes, landslides, which cause which are fast changes that cause quick changes to Earth's surface, right? Which causes what? Quick, immediate changes to Earth's surface. So let's check. What about hurricanes? Hurricanes, let's observe carefully, happens over what? Excellent. 3 steps, as we could see in the pictures. Let's check out what happens in the first step. So first step, we could see that it is starting to begin. What do we have? We have what? Excellent. Kind of a really strong wind. You could spot it because of the tree. It is being blown over, right? And then over here in the second picture, we could see that we have really huge waves crashing onto the shore. And then in the last picture, we could see that the hurricane is over and we have a lot of damages in which the trees are what? Excellent, are uprooted, which means they are like taken out from its place and being moved to another place. Clear? Excellent. And you could see that the whole land has been changed or is changing. Clear? So far so good? Let's read together. The beach looks quiet now, but a hurricane is on the way. Hurricanes form over warm water in the ocean. So I'm going to read it and I'm going to explain. The beach looks quiet now, but a hurricane is on the way. Hurricanes form over warm water in the ocean. So they're telling us that the beach, as we could spot in the picture, it looks quiet to a certain extent, right? But a hurricane is on its way, and they're telling us that the hurricanes form over warm water in the ocean. This reminds us of what? Excellent. This reminds us of the volcano, because the mountain looks or seems to be quiet a few days before the volcano erupts, which means that it looks like a quiet mountain. And similarly, in the hurricanes, the beach looks quiet before the hurricane starts, whereas the hurricane is forming over the warm water in the ocean, which means it starts to begin over where? Over the warm water in the ocean. Clear? Now let's check what happens during the hurricane. The storm brings a strong wind and heavy rain. The wind makes large, powerful waves that crash on the beach. So I'm going to read it and then I'm going to explain. The storm brings strong wind and heavy rain. The wind makes large, powerful waves that crash on the beach. So if we observe carefully, they're telling us that when the hurricane happens, it is a storm, a really strong storm, okay, that brings with it strong wind and heavy rain. And due to this really strong wind, what happens? It will, the really strong wind will create, okay, will lead to the creation of really large, powerful waves that will crash onto the beach, as we could spot and as we can observe in the picture. Clear? See the really huge waves crashing onto the shore? Clear so far? So far so good? Good. So let's check. What about the third picture? Excellent. In the third picture, we could see that there is a lot of damages. Let's read what happened. Wind, waves, and rain move sand to new places. A hurricane can uproot trees and cause flooding too. So they're telling us that the wind, the waves, and the rain, the heavy rain from the hurricane, moves the sand from one place to another. So it moves it to new places. Also, the hurricane could uproot trees and cause a flooding too. So the hurricane could cause a flooding. When we say flooding, it means the whole area will be filled out with water. It will be buried with water. Okay, so the water will cover the whole place. Clear? So I'm going to read it one more time. Wind, waves, and rain move sand to new places. A hurricane can uproot trees and cause a flooding too. So they're telling us that the wind, waves, and rain will move the sand to new places, okay, as we could see in this picture, because we have a little bit of sand over here. And they're telling us that the hurricane as well could uproot, it could take out the tree and move it to another place due to really strong wind. And they're telling us that it could also cause a flooding due to what? Due to the heavy rain. Clear? So far so good? Great. So let's remember together what are the three main steps of the hurricane. First of all, the beach looks quiet and the hurricane is starting to form over the warm water in the ocean. The second picture, during the hurricane, which is a really strong storm, what happens is that this storm brings with it strong wind, really strong wind, and heavy rain. And the rain might cause some floodings, and the really strong wind makes large, powerful waves that will crash onto the beach, as we could see in the picture, or onto the shore next to the beach. Clear? Now, what about the third picture? After the hurricane is done, what can we spot? Excellent, we could spot a lot of damages, such as what? Such as the sand has been moved to new places due to the wind, waves, and the rain. They will move the sand to new places. What else? Also, the hurricane could uproot. It could take out the trees and move it to another place and cause flooding too. Clear? So far, so good? So what is a hurricane? Let's check out and see. So we listen up carefully. What is a hurricane? A hurricane is a tropical storm with powerful winds and heavy rain. It can cause fast changes to Earth's surface. So I'm going to read it one more time, then I'm going to explain. A hurricane is a tropical storm with powerful winds and heavy rain. It can cause fast changes to Earth's surface. So we listen up carefully. I'm going to reread it one more time. A hurricane is a tropical storm with powerful winds and heavy rain. It can cause fast changes to Earth's surface. When we say tropical storm, it means it is tropical. When we say tropical, it means it comes from a place that is the tropics, which means really a place that has really hot and warm weather. Clear so far? So what is a hurricane? A hurricane is a tropical storm with powerful winds and heavy rain. A hurricane is a tropical storm with powerful wind and heavy rain. Again, a hurricane is a tropical storm with powerful winds and heavy rain. Again, a hurricane is a tropical storm with powerful winds and heavy rain. Are we ready? Eyes on Miss Yara, ears with Miss Yara. We listen up carefully. A hurricane is a tropical storm with powerful winds and heavy rain. Again, a hurricane is a tropical storm with powerful winds and heavy rain. Again, a hurricane is a tropical storm with powerful winds and heavy rain. Clear? Clear so far? So, that causes quick changes or fast changes to Earth's surface, such as what? Such as the wind, wave, and rain moving the sand to new places, and such as the hurricane uprooting, taking out the trees and moving it to other places. And the heavy rain might cause a flooding, which is what? Which is when the water covers the whole area, okay? It floods, it covers the whole area, it soaks it with water. Clear? So, again, a hurricane is a tropical storm with powerful winds and heavy rain. We underline it, please. A hurricane is a tropical storm with powerful wind and heavy rain. Again, a hurricane is a tropical storm with powerful winds and heavy rain. Again, a hurricane is a tropical storm with powerful winds and heavy rain. Again, a hurricane is a tropical storm with powerful winds and heavy rain. Clear? Great. So it has really powerful wind and heavy rain. The powerful wind will create really large, huge, powerful waves that will crash onto the beach or onto the shore, okay? And what will happen? Also, the wind, waves, and rain will move the sand to new places. And also, the really strong wind can uproot. It can take out the trees and move it to other places. And also, it could cause a flooding. Clear so far? Great. Exercise time. Let's wear our thinking caps on. Page 254. What does the picture show? Write to describe what you see. Again, what does the picture show? Write to describe what you see. What do you guys see? Let's take a minute to think. Excellent. We have powerful waves crashing onto the shore. We see like really large, huge waves coming onto the shore due to what? Due to the really strong wind, okay? And we could see, or we could spot that the water will what? Cover the whole place, right? So we write, see the really strong wind, how it blows the trees. Strong winds from a hurricane cause the huge waves to crash onto the land. Clear? Now listen up carefully, guys. You stop the video and you copy this neatly and properly on page 254. Don't worry if you are unable to copy it, I will provide an answer key later on. So, strong winds from a hurricane cause the huge waves to crash onto the land. Again, strong winds from a hurricane cause the huge waves to crash onto the land. Clear so far? Are we ready? Great. So what happens when a hurricane occurs? We have a really strong wind and powerful rain, right? We have a really strong wind and powerful rain. And it could cause what? It could cause uprooting of the trees. It could carry away the trees due to the really strong wind and move it from one place to another. And as for the water, okay, the really powerful waves might cause what? Or the really powerful waves would cover the land next to the beach with water, and also the heavy rains would cause a flooding, which means it will cause a whole area to be soaked up with water, to be covered with water. Clear? That's all. Thank you.